Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, like promised, I am bringing you the Audi e-tron VGT, so Vision Gran Turismo. This is a follow-up to the previous one I did, where I mentioned that I'd be doing this video. Previously we did the Audi Vision Gran Turismo. This one is basically a electric vehicle, but don't let that put you off. Seriously, it's a really cool car. As you can see in the dealer, it's 1,000,000 credits. Pretty standard for Vision Gran Turismo cars. It's nothing out of the ordinary, and 1,000,000 really isn't that much in the economy that we have on Gran Turismo 7 currently. So here's some facts about the car itself. So this is a fully electric vehicle. I believe it has 3 motors, and it has an output of, I believe, 815 brake. Or was it 804 brake? I think it's like 815 PS, something ridiculous like that. And it is one of the, I believe it's the first fully functioning VGT car. I believe there's only one made, and it was constructed in about 11 months. There's a few videos of this car on YouTube if you want to go and search them up. They are pretty enjoyable. I believe one of the most recent ones is one with Ken Block driving it, in which he drives an older Audi from previous years. The design of this car is sort of like a bit of a throwback to the IMSA cars, the Audis back then. If you've never seen them, they do sound absolutely glorious. Sadly, with this being an electric vehicle, we don't have that that sound. But performance-wise, trust me, this is definitely one of my favourite VGT cars overall. And like I did mention, I did use it for the VGT new cafe menu we had, because it is literally right on the full point, performance points allowed for the event, and it did perform very well. One thing I was a bit sort of worried about when doing these laps, or should I say this lap, was that the battery had sort of run flat. I wasn't really sure how it'd work in time trial, which is where I do my laps, so I get the leaderboard and such. But yeah, I mean, full power all the way, and I did really want to do a comparison between the standard VGT and obviously the e-tron VGT, sort of where they stand. I sort of expected this to be like really slow, but straight away I was sort of blown away by the performance. It does accelerate really aggressive. It really pulls. There's no sort of delay in the acceleration. It just sort of takes off. It's still got the insane amount of grip and downforce that the original VGT has. Top end wise though, again, it's sort of down there. It's not from feel alone, I can't quite remember the exact speed I was hitting on these back straights, but it did feel even a bit slower than the other Audi VGT, which, if you remember from that video, I did sort of say did feel a little bit sluggish and slow down the straights. So that is the only downside. If you are on more technical tracks, you can't really beat these kind of cars for those tracks. I mean, they're absolutely insane, the amount of downforce they offer for a car that essentially looks like a classic IMSA or GT3 car, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. So although there's not really a sound to the car because it's an electric vehicle, I will let you have a listen to what it sounds like anyway. Let me know what you think. I think it sounds pretty much spot on to the real thing. If you do end up going over and watching them other videos of this car in real life, I mean, you can't really tell the difference sound wise. I think they did a really good job of sort of getting that official sound from the real car. I mean, I know this was made first, so maybe they sort of copied the sound. I know they all kind of sort of sound similar, but there's like a really cool sort of whine to it. And although EV cars are quiet and you haven't got the sound with it, performance wise, you've just got to appreciate the future of cars, what they could be. And I think that's really sort of the standout here. So yeah, like I said, this will be the point where I go quiet. I'll let you have a listen, and then we'll come back and discuss more things. Okay, so I'm back. Obviously, just let me know what you think of the sounds. One thing I'm going to just say is this whole video, I had my mic turned down quite a bit, so I might sound a bit clearer now. Like I said in my previous video, I am still like ill, a bit under the weather. So if my voice sounds a bit groggy and a bit ooh, then yeah, I am sorry about that. I can't really help it at the minute, but you know, I still enjoy doing YouTube. I'm not just gonna give up because I'm a bit stuffy. It's not really me. So yeah, if my voice annoys you at the minute, then I am really sorry. Hopefully I don't sound like this all the time. I probably do. I have quite a annoying groany voice, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, let's discuss some more. Obviously, if the clip previously did sort of blow your headphones up or anything because it came too ridiculously loud than what you were expecting, then sorry about that, but kind of find it pretty funny. I mean, it's pretty typical of me to do something so stupid as to mess around with my mic volume and completely mess up recording. So hopefully just this just sound a bit better, and it's not too much, so just let me know. I'm still obviously recently purchased a new microphone to get better audio quality, which a few people sort of recommended me to do, so I am doing that, but I'm still trying to get my audio levels right. So if they're not spot on, just let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, and I'll sort of adjust it as we go. We can't always sort of get it right first time, can we? So yeah, just make sure you let me know about that. Obviously we're coming to the end of the lap here, and yeah, it's definitely a must-buy vehicle. It's definitely a unique vehicle, so that sort of like sits on its own apart from everything else, with it being fully electric, and just the amount of sort of downforce it's got and how drivable it is. Like, if you want a car to throw in laps, then this is definitely the car for you. I mean, I just have fun just piling in laps at any track really in this car. Same with the other VGT, but if you want one that's feels a bit more controllable, I'd say this is probably a little bit less sort of on edge and twitchy. It does sort of lack a bit of the performance the standard one does. So I mean, if I'm honest, if you were like more of a beginner player and you sort of wanted that on edge feeling, like you can really pump in the laps at all times, then this is definitely the one to go for over the standard. But if you've got a bit more confidence, then I'd definitely suggest the original, to sort of be thrown in constant quick lap times. As you can see, the interior is pretty much the exact same as the original as well. So this is the individual sector times, and we did it in a 6-minute 14.2. Obviously there's your individual sectors. I'm not really going to go through them. You can see them for yourself, but if we recall, that's around about 10 seconds slower per lap than the original VGT. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really surprised that it's slower, but I am kind of surprised at how sort of close it is. As you can see, that puts it second on the leaderboard. The Aston Martin Vulcan now moving down to third. So yeah, I mean, what can I say? You need to pick it up. It's a fun car to drive. Ignore the fact that it's an electric vehicle. It's still a cool car and it has a great feeling to it. So if you like this kind of content, I make this kind of content each and every day. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.